So, how do you describe Disney-Pixar's soul? Hmm.
Welcome to another edition of Movie Reviews through Actual Factual Magic. Today we're going to take a look at Pixar's latest work, the movie Soul. Now, this is not the first time that Pixar has explored the afterlife or the great beyond, the great before, but is certainly a different take on it.
The easy way to explain soul is to compare it to movies from the past like Heaven Can Wait, Defending Your Life, or even It's a Wonderful Life. But in many ways, this animated cartoon, if you will, outperforms those other movies by talking about a more nuanced approach to telling the story of somebody who dies prematurely before they might realize their full potential.
And this particular movie centers around a wonderful, very likable character, a middle school band teacher, Joe Gardner, and his passion for music and especially jazz. I myself have studied music and jazz in my life, and so seeing his passion play out throughout this movie, how his finding of his or exploration of his spark, his passions, and his interest can be conveyed to other people, and seeing him make that connection of what makes that so special is truly magical to see throughout this movie.
Soul follows the life of a junior high band director who aspires to be a renowned jazz musician. He finally gets his break to perform with the quartet he's admired. He gets his big break and then has a tragic accident, and it's all taken away from him. When he is in the afterworld, he resists going through the process of giving up and stumbles upon something called pre-life. And in pre-life, he is accidentally assigned to a kind of lost soul called 22, who's voiced by Tina Fey, who has been resisting coming to Earth to start her earthly life for centuries. So these two people, one resisting the afterlife, one resisting life, kind of team together in a pretty odd way. I won't give it away, but to find some of the answers to some of these pretty deep questions, like what's the meaning of our lives, and what is our deeper purpose.
It's interesting to see him interact with a soul who is yet to make it to Earth, the character known as 22, voiced by Tina Fey. And it's really fascinating to see their interaction and their ideas for how these characters should exist, what happens to a soul to help generate personality and interests and behavior, and maybe is this really hard-coded in us, is it not, how much this is based on experience, how much is based on ingrained ideas and thoughts. It's really remarkable, and I think anybody who has lived and explored and had a chance to find those special things that they are passionate about, soul will truly resonate with your soul and give you a chance to really see just the careful considerations and all the wonderful ideas that come from a movie like this. And especially in this pandemic time where, Pixar even makes mention of this in their credits, that, this was done, with so many people at home and 6 feet apart, that, I think this is the perfect movie for a time like this, because we get a chance to explore some of those key relationships and how people interact, whether it's friends, family, or just people that we routinely see, and getting a chance to, explore those little interactions that make life life. And I think that's part of the charm of the movie. At certain times, you end up with, almost a dichotomy of character playing on character, and a very Cyrano de Bergerac, or if you want the Steve Martin Roxanne bit of the one person telling the other one what to say. And the way that plays in this movie is fantastic. It's feeding the lines, but at a certain point, the person who's being fed the line to say is speaking from their own heart and asking the questions that the Cyrano character would not originally say. And that, to me, is really special to explore that. And it's not in a romantic session, like Cyrano or Roxanne and some of these other movies do, but it is that trope of having somebody else being told what to say and how that changes based on who's saying it. And it's really wonderful. And that exploration of life and what is important and what makes us feel special.
I think in my final analysis of Soul, it's that we should appreciate the small moments at life. We all feel driven by what's our deeper purpose, what are we here for, what drives us, and we often forget about the beauty in everyday life, the hundreds of things that happen to us every day that we should appreciate more. And in that, the movie does kind of a remarkable job about telling people to kind of relax. Life is about the road you take. It's about what you appreciate along the way. And yeah, we all have hopes and dreams and things we're pushing towards, but we shouldn't do that at the expense of the little things that happen to us every day. It's just a beautiful movie. I like that it's subtle. It doesn't hit you over the head with its messages. It could be debated in religious circles one way or another, but it strives to be kind of agnostic, we're not going to dabble in any one form of religion. We're going to let you decide about your feelings about the afterworld, your feelings about life after death, even if you don't. There's kind of a beautiful message about how you should appreciate the life you have. In that, I think the movie is just beautiful. I highly recommend it.
There are, as all Pixar movies, there are things that are spread throughout the movie that are throwbacks to other Pixar movies or other Disney movies. There's so much careful attention to detail throughout this movie. Joe Gardner, talks about falling in love with jazz and what set him up for that. And his father bringing him to a jazz club and, descending the stairs to go to this, almost underground jazz club. And, I've been to a few that are kind of like that. And you get that true sense. You have all the artist pictures on the wall and going into the club, but then being swept away by the musician who's in the zone and really just lost in their creative process. And when that sweeps you away, there is something truly magical about it. I've experienced it several times, different concerts, different shows, and it is something else to be able to experience that and to convey that through an animated movie is really just incredible. I think they've done a smashing job with a movie like this. It is one that I've already watched a couple of times, and I just love this film.
Well, thanks for joining us for Actual Factual Magic. We'll have more movie reviews on the way. Also more updates on the theme parks as things start to fall into place there too. If you'd like to learn more about the Walt Disney World complex, read our book. If you'd like cool t-shirts, check out nerdandtheT-shirt.com and check back. Make sure that you subscribe, hit the alert when we update, and make sure that you like. And share your views too. What did you think of Soul? I'd love to hear it. We love the idea of having good conversations about movies. Please keep it family friendly. Please keep it civil. This is all about enjoying the movies for what they are meant to be, just good entertainment. It's okay if you don't like something. It's okay if you disagree. But we hope you like what we had to say too.